Let's talk ratings. Let's talk ratings and let's talk historic amnesia. And what is historical amnesia? When people don't remember what exactly happened, even though they were there, they have this skewed memory of history. And this is what we deal with when we talk about the attitude era is the best thing smoking. I would beg to differ because I actually did like ruthless aggression. At least you got more wrestling. Um, with that being said, I'm glad to see that this has all been put to rest. Okay? This has all been put to rest. Whether Raw on Netflix is going to be rated TV 14. As per Variety, don't expect to see Raw. Look how I said that. Oh my God. Raw ain't going to be Raw. It's going to have a condom on. Okay? As the flagship WWE series moves to Netflix January 6, 2025, there was a message Tuesday from the WWE President Chief Revenue Officer Nick Khan and Chief Content Officer Paul Triple H Levesque, who told reporters that Monday Night Raw would remain TV PG content rating in its new home. It's a safe place for families, for kids, for everybody to be able to view the programming. Levesque said that will not change. Khan said he's seen speculation that being on a streamer will allow Raw to not use protection, to push the content boundaries more, but said there's no reason to believe it. There's some online chatter about how it's going to be R rated or, for us old folks, X rated. That's definitely not happening. It's a family friendly, multi-generational, advertiser friendly programming, and it's going to stay that way. First of fucking all, now I'm thinking about the rant. I think a rant coming on. First of all, R rated, X rated. Did y'all think somebody was going to pull their titties out on this show? Especially the women. Have y'all not seen the women work to get to the position where they are, where they don't have to pull a fucking Sable with her handprints on her big bulbous blowed up titties? Gone are the days of being fodder for Vincent McMahon, barking in the ring, mud matches, bikini matches, lingerie matches. Gone are the days. I can't believe that you all really thought that Raw was going to be X-rated. I would like to know who y'all thought was going to be pulling their ass and titties out on that show. Quiet as it's kept, Raw right now is a little bit racy as is. Okay? Now, if you weren't paying attention, that's on you. But Tiffany Stratton's pussy lips done came out about 3-4 times. Fucking Naomi done titties done popped out to the point where Fox had to black it out 3-4 times already. Because she wasn't wearing the right clothes. Okay? Pay attention if you're looking for that. Just like we used to do back in the day when we wanted to see something nasty on HBO. But if you didn't have HBO, it used to be scrambled, and sometimes the signal would pop in. Or sometimes you sit there watching scrambled shit just to see a butt. We're adults, okay? Now let's be real. This is where the historic amnesia comes in. For all of Raw's good times and memories, Raw was a shit show from start to finish. Go back and watch some of Raw if you can find a majority on it on Peacock, because half the shit had to be censored. So go and find a free streaming service, a pirated one, and watch an episode of Raw. I was going to do retro episodes, and I might still do it, because y'all said y'all would be cool with that. But I can't get through a fucking episode of Raw from 1997. It's fucking boring. Like, I'm literally waiting for something to happen. You getting your basic matches, then the bitches come out. It's a whole train. They slap a hoe around. The guys are arguing about absolutely nothing. And then the show's over. I have to watch the ones that I remember. My favorite episode was the one, I think that was SmackDown. Booker T and Stone Cold in that grocery store. That was my favorite. Or when The Rock is in the back, talking about pie and how to eat the pie. He talking about pussy. If anybody didn't know that, he, even when The Rock returned, he tried to bring that racy ass 90s ass sex talk back to Raw, and they had to pull back on that. Sometimes they have the conversation. Even when Roman Reigns was like, he tired of missionary, he wants something different. Everybody's like, whoa, that's okay. When the jokes go over the children's heads, they don't gotta be overtly blasted with the shit that Raw was blasting us with. Because Raw shaped a generation of men. And those men we have to deal with. Those men are my age. That's the manosphere. The women got to be in the kitchen. I ain't getting no pussy. She don't want to talk to me. Oh, you think you too good for me? Well, I want to go 50-50. I don't want no kids. If you don't want me, get you some cats. Women don't want to be by themselves because I don't want to be... That's all from watching a whole bunch of TV and getting indoctrinated. So you really set your fat neck beard ass up there and thought that Raw was about to be rated R. Well, let me just help you for a second. There's no rated R in front of fucking in TV. I think we went through this already. Now I know there was a meme floating around where somebody claimed that they saw it earlier on a European market and everything was rated TVMA. That's the highest it goes. TVMA is for no children under 17, possibly contains crude, indecent language, explicit sexual activity, or graphic violence. That's as far as it goes for TV. Raw is literally TV PG, intended for younger children in the company of an adult, possibly contains some suggestive dialogue, infrequent coarse language, some sexual situations, or moderate violence. Why is that not enough for you all? Why is that not enough? It was a time where Raw was so raunchy and ignorant that it was on probably 6 different TV stations. Didn't nobody want to advertise with Raw except for Stacker 2, Slim Jims, and WWE when they had their own shop, and some toys. That's all the advertising world would get, was their own shit. Now, apparently y'all said wrestling is a moneymaker and everybody's just making all kinds of money. Do you think the stakeholders who want a return on their investment want to run off the people that got the money, which is the parents, which is me? That is the reason why AEW came to Columbus and flopped and ended up over in the goddamn Columbus's version of Comic-Con in the middle of a bingo hall. Because it's not family friendly. It's entirely too much. AEW is rated TV 14. Okay? Why? Because you got fucking John Moxley about to pour Drano down Orange Cassidy's throat on a random fucking Friday night. That's ridiculous. Didn't he try to smother somebody with a plastic bag and people just using a lot of profanity and stuff and a whole lot of blood? That's completely unnecessary, especially when it's not necessary. Now, I would say during War Games, maybe a little blood would have been cool. You know, being that Rhea Ripley was, you know, getting hit in the ribs with a bat, I think her spitting some blood out would have been fine. But that's neither here nor there, okay? So, I'm glad. I'm saying all this to say, I'm glad that it will continue to be a family-friendly, multi-generational show, and it's for everybody. Good. TV PG. You don't need to get no higher than that. They're already giving you enough. Y'all need to grow up and stop acting like other people aren't there to enjoy the same shit you watching. It's not necessary. And if it's too mild for you, take your ass over to AEW and look at that random shit that's going on. Which is the crazy thing, because everybody be talking about how the women wrestlers don't look like women. They all rough and strong. The women wrestlers in WWE show more skin than the women in AEW. Okay? But y'all dicks be hard over there, so I don't know what's going on. But your dick ain't gonna be hard over here. Go find you something to beat your meat with and get up off the couch looking for softcore porn. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. I'm glad it's gonna be TV PG going forth over on Netflix. And when everything gets over there, I'm glad it's going to continue to be TV PG. Get a life.